All right, so I know y'all turned in your answer sheets today for this, but I want to go over each one of these problems because I don't meet with y'all tomorrow, and you do have your test on Friday. So I wanted to make sure I went over each one of these problems so that you could maybe, hopefully, it would jog your memory what you did put, and then you can see what the actual answer is supposed to be if it's incorrect. All right, so 72, we're going to break 72 down. Now, a lot of y'all, let me reset my board real quick, y'all. Okay, a lot of y'all are using wrong things for 72. It's not that they're so much wrong, they just aren't the best that you could do. So a lot of y'all are either using 9 and 8, which would give you the 3 radical 8, okay, which if you notice is an option, or if you multiply that times 4, it would give you the 12 radical 8, okay? But we know 8 can break down again, so we're actually going to use 36 and 2, and the square root of 36 is going to be 6. The 2 will stay inside, and then you have the 4 out front, and 4 times 6 will give you 24 radical 2. So your answer for problem number 1 should have been Mr. Sproul. All right, problem number 2, same thing. Okay, the square root of 36 is going to give you 6. Okay, and then we divide our exponents in half, so that's going to be 6m to the 8th. So that would have been excited. All right, number 3 is going to be a distributive property problem. All right, so we're going to distribute first, which is going to give us 6x minus 8. So in other words, the 2 times everything. And then this is an understood -1. Okay, a lot of y'all do that for the minus 5, but you forget it for the minus 2. It's going to make that plus 2x. And now you're just going to combine like terms. So that's going to give you 8x minus 13, making your answer eating birthday cake. Okay. All right, number 4. Now remember, you can use your form friend on your test on Friday. Write the equation in slope-intercept form of a slope that of a line that has a slope of 1/3 passing through the point -3, -9. So when you see the slope and a point, you should automatically think, and it did say slope-intercept form, so you should automatically think to turn to the part in your form friend that says slope-intercept form given, sorry, my board's so messed up, y'all, slope and a point. Okay, so that's the flap you're going to be looking at on your form friend. All right, so we're going to set it up by using the slope and our slope formula. So it's going to be y minus -9 and x minus -3. Okay, change your double negatives. All right, and slope-intercept form, so we're going to put y first. So I'm going to cross multiply 3 times y plus 9 and 1 times x plus 3. All right, hang on one more second, y'all. It's driving me crazy. Okay, let's see if that's any better. All right, so I'm going to distribute here. So that's going to give me 3y plus 27 is equal to x plus 3. All right, so to get y by itself, first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to subtract 27. So 3y is going to equal x minus 24. And then I'm going to divide everything by 3. So that's going to give me y equals 1/3 x. Okay, so we automatically knew it was going to be 1/3 x because all of them have a 1/3. And 24 divided by 3 is -8. So it should be y equals 1/3 x minus 8. So that should have been Taylor Swift. Okay. All right, number 5, you're just plugging in here. So 2 times -5 squared. All right, a lot of y'all are still multiplying right here and making that -10 and then squaring it. But you need to do your exponents first. -5 squared is going to give me 25, and 2 times 25 is going to be 50, making it the last day of school. Remember, anytime you square a negative, y'all, that turns that positive. because I do remember seeing a lot of negative 50s on that. Okay. All right, number 6, just finding the slope in general. So we're going to use our slope formula, which is also in your form, friend. So that's y minus y over x minus x. Gives me 0 over 7, 0 on the top. Your answer is 0 slope. Okay, number 7. All right, so the first step we're going to do here is we're going to combine like terms on the left. So that's going to give me 5x minus 11. And on the right, that's going to give me 7x minus 5. And now I'm going to rearrange. So I'm going to move my 7x and move my 11. So that's going to give me negative 2x is less than 6. Our last step is to divide by negative 2. Warning, warning, you divided by a negative, so you need to flip your inequality sign, and it should have been x is less than negative 3. I mean, sorry, greater than negative 3, which is the parking lot. I saw a lot of back of the truck because y'all didn't flip your sign when you divided there, so be careful. Okay, number 8, Melissa weighs 45 pounds more than Melinda. Okay, so Melissa is your x plus 45, and then Melinda is your x. All right, together, so that means we're going to add those up, which makes it 2x plus 45. They equal 343 pounds. Move your 45, so 2x is going to equal 298. And divide by 2, and x would equal 149. Okay, so 149 is x, which was Melinda. It asked for Melissa, so you have to add 45 to that. So it'll be 194. All right, problem number 9. Okay, popcorn is 3 times as much as candy. So candy is x, and popcorn would be 3 times that, so that's 3x. You buy 1 bag of popcorn, so that's 3x, and 2 pieces of candy, and your total is 645. So add these up, that's going to give you 5x equals 645, and you divide by 5, and x would equal 129. Okay, x is your candy. It asks for the popcorn. And notice candy is an option choice right here. It's blindfolded, which some of y'all did put. Okay, but it wants 3 times that, so we have to multiply that times 3. 9 times 3 is 27. Carry my 2. 3 times 2 is 6, plus 2 is 8. And then 3 times 1 is 3, so it should have been 387, which is eating hot fries. All right, number 10, write an equation in standard form this time, okay? And now you do have standard form versus slope-intercept form on your form, friend, and you also have standard form given 2 points, okay? So here we are, we have a slope, so that's going to be 5 over 1, y minus negative 7, and x minus negative 1. Okay, so we're going to solve it just the same way we would solve whether it says slope-intercept or standard form. So I'm going to cross multiply. Okay, I'm going to distribute. And then this time, since I want standard form, I'm going to get x and y together on the left. So I'm going to move my x over. It's going to become negative. I'm going to move my 7 over. It's going to become negative. And 5 minus 7 gives me negative 2. Hopefully at this point you'll recognize that we have a negative x, which we cannot have in standard form. So we need to change every single sign in the problem. So it should be 5x minus y equals 2, which means that Mr. Sproul is doing the wobble. All right, and the last problem we have here, standard form given 2 points, okay? Given 2 points, you always start with the slope formula. So y minus y over x minus x. Okay, gives you a slope of negative 3 over 1. So now we're going to use that slope and pick a point. Remember, I always pick the smallest numbers. Okay, and now we're going to cross multiply. 1 times y minus 7 and negative 3 times x plus 5. Standard form means we want to move, so that's going to become 3x plus y equals negative 8, which is midnight. All right, so your answer sheet should have said Mr. Sproul was excited to be eating birthday cake with Taylor Swift on the last day of school at Hardee's in the parking lot wearing a Speedo while eating hot fries and doing the wobble until midnight. That's what our answer sheet should have said.